All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Super Metroid Item Randomizer League Season 3. I believe this is our last match of Round 2. We're here at Game 5, once again, for Shaktools Digging Game, this time up against the Golden Shower. Representing Shaktools Digging Game, Osse101 and jooniejoone from the Golden Shower. I am Sloters, here with Sephi. Sephi, how are you doing, friend?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited. This race is stacked. I spoke a lot about, how this league, about some of my favorite runners, and and I know personally one of my favorites is the Golden Shower team, just because they don't really run the game, um, but they have incredible tech at their disposal. And Shaktools digging game is also like really good, and like they have really good runners as well, um, and are seasoned vets to randomizers too. So being able to see just kind of both teams, both sides that are, you know, very well respected in randomizers, I think it makes sense to be able to see them duke it out in a whole stacked best out of five, game five match and see what it boils down to.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all that to see any teams of the caliber that these two are at, seeing a game 5 from any matchup like this, it's not too surprising. But so yeah, they're getting started now. Do you know the settings that they're using? Because this is game 5, so it's kind of like different settings depending on what they pick.
Yeah, they ended up going for traditional full, light area randomized, and bosses off, was it? Uh, let's see if yeah, no bosses, correct. So not too trolly. Although the full randomization of items can kind of swing this in either runner's direction. So it's gonna come down to some routing and hopefully nothing too trolly, but the decision making is gonna be super important for this.
Yeah, mainly being like a speedrunner, I prefer doing like major, minor, and things and like vanilla map layout, things in general that just like kind of make it shorter. But when you have stuff like that, it makes the seed a lot longer. And I think that makes, the people that are very seasoned with randomizer, I think it gives them kind of an edge because, like you said, with like the routing and decision making, it's super important when really the items you need can be like anywhere.
Yeah, I think I don't know if you've done any full clown settings randos where the items are fully randomized, area randos, or areas are fully randomized as well, and bosses on. I don't think we've seen that just yet. I can't recall any races, to be honest. There might have been, um, but they can get a little too trolly and overwhelming too, just because of every single check that you have to make. You have to keep tabs on the locations that you've checked, the map, that you obviously have to like route out as well, because um, just anything could be anywhere, anything could lead you anywhere, and bosses could show up at any point. Like obviously we don't have this for this race, but I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on, going into this race and seeing these two kind of duke it out with these settings.
Well, I don't know how familiar they both are with these particular settings. I'll say for sure that Junie, if you ever watch him stream, he's always doing like very different settings, like not just for Super Metroid, but like Link to the Past too. But in Super Metroid, he's done like all the different things you can play with on the various site. So I feel like he probably has like a pretty decent grasp on here. I want to say Osse also is, pretty experienced with a lot of the different modes and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, I think they're both pretty well equipped, and it's not like you said, it's not like the craziest settings we could have. So I think they'll both give us a good showing. But as far
Oh,
as items they found right now, they got the morph ball, of course, and they found ice beam, which is good for the Metroids. They can freeze some enemies. That can help you reach some spots, but nothing really to like point them into any directions right now.
yeah. They, I mean, thankfully they were able to find their supers because it was getting a little concerning. Uh, I prefer finding like supers and power bombs. Like, it was a little funny that Aussie was kind of waiting for the BT fight to start. Um, with how different all the different settings, it kind of ends up getting to your head. Like you'd assume that the that picking up the item that Bomb Torizo holds in hand in a full item randomization seed would trigger the fight, but that apparently wasn't the case because you still need bombs. Oh, let's see.
Interesting. Yeah, Asi just going right to the ship right now while Junie's kind of doing the more traditional thing of but it's also that light area rando. So maybe he wants this information more than anything of knowing where these transitions go.
That was wild though, and honestly, it makes sense for Aussie to do this because Aussie is a new route runner when he runs Super Metroid, so it makes sense that he would want to try to route in, at least the info that's over on the right side of landing site, and see if it pays off, and it did. Wow. Because yeah, this whole area is oh, but I mean, Junie's pretty much like on the other side. It's kind of like a meme route in a way that Junie found.
Yeah, kind of.
So it's not like Junie's gonna be missing out on much, but the item density is heavy here.
Oh, and there's the wrecked ship, right? Huh? Yeah, it's weird how it's all like kind of vanilla-ish. But for those that don't know, I might explain this poorly or just flat out wrong. But from what I understand, the light mode and area randomizer keeps the same number of like vanilla transitions together, but they're just like so like if Norfair, let's say, has like 2 Brinstar connections, and it'll have 2 Brinstar connections. They might not be the exact like doors themselves, but like somewhere in Norfair there'll be 2 doors that go to Brinstar. So
Yeah,
even though
that's
like they are mixed around, it's like still kind of like vanilla sorta. Or at least you could like try to route it that way.
pretty much. And what ends up helping too is just like being able to deduce, what area checks you've already made. You can figure that you already know what's the remaining area. Like right now for Junie, he doesn't know, oh, something like the red tower connection. He doesn't know whatever leads to wherever Aussie just ended up, and they still don't know where G4 is, which is going to be super important because for all we know, it could end up being the check that's the red tower elevator down in or heading down to from Criteria, or it could be it could also be the giant side hoppers, randomized area warp, whatever. Hopefully, it's nothing too wild because having to go back down to Blue Brinstar is it's kind of a trek. So I do like how Junie prioritized the boss.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna have to do this at some point, realistically, unless you get like microwave, it's not going to get too much faster than with the strat he's using right now. So, and then on the other hand, Ossie's just going through and doing all this Brinstar cleanup before he pursues any other transitions or tries to find the bosses. So, I mean, both I think are good approaches for sure.
Yeah, really good fight for Junie there. Ready with his first boss down. This has to, so what do you suppose that he's doing this exactly? Because do you think it's mainly because the item density might be a little too heavy in Green Brinstar, or is it just because it's easier to get out of the way, or because it might be worth bailing on wreck ship as early as you can, or is it because you cannot access the other side of wreck ship, so Junie figures it's worth just clearing this out and then backtracking over to Green Brinstar?
Yeah, I mean, he could be thinking in his head maybe Brinstar is just kind of trash. Maybe it's just not going to be the answer and wants to avoid going there. It could be, doesn't think he'll get back here anytime soon, so he just wants to knock it out now before he has to do a long backtrack. But there is Barrier Suit at the Charge Beam location, so we know Brinstar does have important items now.
Yeah. Another thing though, like this isn't really bad news at all for Junie, because Junie is gonna end up checking this too. Like, it's just a matter that Ossie found it earlier, and maybe instead of going for the wreck ship right now, Ossie might prioritize, the Norfridge. Oh, but
wow.
But oh my gosh. But, and that's not even a vulgarity, but this is like a BUT, but it's still big though, a big but. Junie just picked up Gravity, and I cannot lie. That's pretty major right there, because like what I mentioned, floaters right now, I don't know if Ossie's gonna prioritize wreck ship just yet.
I mean, wreck ship, it takes a while to do the whole thing. If you do want to do especially in in a full item randomizer where there's more things like the attic missiles that June's going to right now, and the sky missiles, of course. So I mean, it's a big time sink doing that. So I can totally see Ossie wanting to put that off for a while, or even if he does go up there, just like dipping quickly. But I mean, I can't imagine he would skip the left side supers if he does end up going there sooner than later. That's just like such an easy one to check.
I also like that Junie didn't, well, because in a light area, Junie knows that the portal is gonna take him over to East Meridia, so like there's no need to do that just yet, because he doesn't have, well, he has ice, never mind. But maybe not the ammo, of course, to take care of Dragon like as early as possible. Yeah, so right now, honestly...
Oh, bombs. Is that going to bait Junie into checking the sky missiles?
Oh, goodness. Junie might... Oh, yep, Junie's going for it. But I don't know. I mean, I learn things from Junie all the time. He probably has like some cool tech or something to make it not as complex, or might just give it a few tries and then leave.
Oh yeah, he did the wall jump off that plat. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if there's some trick to it or something. That never works when I do it.
Right? I need it. Like, it doesn't. No. I'm pretty sure I always end up going through or like underneath or something. But yeah, so if you're Junie right now, would you? Because you haven't picked up a lot of supers, but you're picking up a lot of missiles too. Do you still commit to ammo?
I feel like in full rando, like you kind of have to commit to ammo most of the time. I mean, I feel like with the amount of stuff you check, you're just naturally gonna run into a lot of supers probably, and charge could just be anywhere. You know, it's like picking a needle in a haystack. So I feel like it's hard to like say, yeah, I'm definitely gonna find charge of the seed unless you're planning on full clearing it, which is never a good thing if you're trying to win a rando race.
Yeah, true that actually. Junie has just a few more checks right now. The cool thing about Ossie's position. Oh my gosh. Ossie's gonna want like charge here or something.
Yeah, that speed booster like literally couldn't be in a more convenient place. Immediately gets to use it. That was a weird slide he just did.
Yeah, so it looks like at this point, now that there's gonna be some super missiles that Junie will run into, we'll favor him to check everything and just pick those up. But okay, so now that you have these, do you still go to Brinstar, or do you, or because of the energy that you have left, would you do you go Meridia? Oh my gosh.
I mean, now with speed, like Dragon would be a pretty quick fight as long as all his health is filled up. So I mean, it's not a bad idea going there now.
Yeah, because you can clear all that out. Now what? Oh my gosh, there's like so much that I have to ask, because now that I think about it, would the Meridia checks be faster than the Norfair checks?
I mean, I don't know. Like some of the Meridia ones are just like so spaced out, like shacks in the middle of nowhere, watering holes kind of like out of the way. The aqueduct and sand pit stuff's all close together, but at least most of Norfair is kind of like condensed between Bubble Mountain and Business Center.
Yeah. Ossie's trekking, and I'm pretty sure Ossie might. Oh, I don't know. Both areas are super stacked, honestly. I mean, I feel like I don't know about the items, especially the ones that Ossie found. Because, like, one thing that had me concerned for a bit was, if Ossie would commit to Lower Norfair right now, and that Space Jump wants to say yes, but before that, I was thinking maybe he was gonna go back. Oh, that's a really good warp into East Meridia. That's also a very convenient warp for Ossie there too. This is, I don't know, Slaughter is. I don't know what to feel.
Yeah, I don't know either. Last time I did one of these, I like kept track of the areas and stuff with a tracker. So I feel lost. I don't know what to think. Ossie's got high jump boots. That's really good for him. I know
my
that for certain.
Like, there's not going to be any reason for Aussie to have to try to reverse lava, amphitheater, whatever. And Aussie's just about almost done with the ammo collecting. Aussie being able to clear out all these bosses faster with his routing is gonna, I feel like, would benefit him.
You know, now that he only needs like 1 or 2 more super packs for to be like go mode with the ammo, I'm pretty sure Ossie's gonna find like charge at Ridley, just because that's how the game works.
Right? Oh, Gene's gonna want those power bombs. All of those power bombs.
Oh, double.
I'm just kind of thinking. I don't feel like Aussie would commit to like a suit with Meridia type of play either. Would it make sense?
I mean, I think if he found grapple and spring ball, I feel like that's the smart thing to do. But not having those things, I mean, you can't really get out of Dragon unless you get one of those things, and then you either have to do like the RBO strat or like double spring ball jumps. But I mean, it's got to be in his head if he does run into that other suitless gear.
Right now, it's a matter of like when each runner is gonna find their missing suit. You know, like they found with the items that they found, they kind of like pushed them in. It put them in positions where they probably didn't want to like backtrack. To like for Aussie to check wreck ship, and for Joonie to go back and check Green Brinstar.
Yeah, I think Ossie is at a much bigger risk of not finding the gravity suit for a long time. But again, like he might not even need it, depending on what else he finds. Junie's still like not that far from Brinstar, but it's up in the air if he's like still thinking about going there. Like he could just, go to Norfair after this and like do all the checks Ossie was doing, or even like go to Croc. So it's hard to say.
It is, but that could actually be very well what, like it's Aussie has so much movement on Junie. Like Aussie, he has like a 44.
Yeah.
And like speed does play a role to a degree. Like it's still dependent on the decision making that Aussie's gonna make. But Aussie's familiarity with room strats and practicing and all of that is gonna be a big factor. And yeah, like you mentioned, the Aussie is kind of like just going through. Like for Aussie, I think what was super important was, where he ended up getting pooped out in Lower Norfair. If it was at the front, definitely would have more checks. I don't think Osse is gonna try to double dip into Lower Norfair. And I don't see him trying to lava dive either. Judy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Junie's just not gonna want to risk the Shine Spark strats.
Be careful, Junie. There we
Okay,
go.
down.
Dragon's down.
Woo! I was I don't know. I was drowning. Oh my gosh.
What did I tell you? See, he was gonna find it.
Yep. Slotus definitely called that one. Like eventually was gonna find it, and oh my gosh, this is such a strong position for Osse. If oh my gosh, I don't know though. I don't. Osse, yeah, would probably have to really just want grapple or like grapple, gravity, spring ball. Definitely has the know-how to do everything. And Osse's also gonna potentially find Crate Slayer. Also, Slaughter is like, I was wondering if Junie was gonna go check the other warp. Take the East Meridia elevator.
Yeah.
Would you have done that or no? Would you backtrack to item density?
I mean, I'd probably chase the items. I don't know if he's like able to deduce where that transition might go. Like if he's seen enough of the other stuff. That's another like aspect from not playing this particular mode that like I don't know how to do. But I mean, if it were me right now at this moment, like I'd probably be doing what he's doing for sure.
Oh, I thought he was gonna commit, but now it looks like he's gonna go back. I was wondering what that was about. Alright, Osse on his second boss. Junie also has 2 bosses down already, so. Although they're gonna be like completely different bosses that they have down. I think, yeah, Osse wants to do all this because, I mean, it will be a while until Osse gets to wreck ship, but if he ends up finding anything Meridia, he's not going to try to go for it. Whereas Junie still has green and pink Brennstar and Norfair, so For all that Junie knows, he might have to do some hell runs.
This'll be cool. Junie, okay, unless that was screw attacker. He'll get to show off the shine sparking to kill the pirates here. Which I don't think is like something you have to do with like League logic, but it's kind of a cool trick if you want to check this room without screw, plasma, or charge. See, I did a short charge and was able to kill that first pirate, and now you can just do short charges on the bottom and spark into the rest of them.
Ooh, Osse doing this croc check though. I mean, he does have charge and plasma, so it's not going to be all that bad either. And space jump to make it super fast as well.
Oh,
oh goodness! Spring ball like grapple. So is that what you want?
Spring ball at the power bombs in the next room would be ideal, but I mean he can finish with what he has right now. I mean he surely knows how to get out of Dragon's room with this kind of equipment.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Osse is just thinking, I'm just gonna get this boss out of the way. He's technically go mode. It might, be a little bit longer for Osse to end up finding, like if you're in Osse's position, you're thinking to yourself, it might take me longer to find gravity than to clear out, all of Meridia, which is very valid. I think it's just funny that how both runners. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, so Osse will not be finding this. They will help Junie with a lot of movement, although the only thing that's hindering Junie right now is not having high jump. Oh, that's a room, Slaughter. Definitely glad that people aren't making the play that we made. Because he was well equipped to do what we, what we were doing.
Well, I'm gonna say it anyways. I'm gonna spoil, but someone posted a seed in the League Discord that I think actually had like that room like being required suitless. So it was kind of a seed for us, but
Let's see. I mean, Osse is also second place in RBO, so of course he's gonna have the experience to be able to run this. Osse's just looking for the right entry over to Meridia. And Junie wants info. Junie wants info.
Hey, look at that. High five through the
nice
morph tunnel.
Okay, so now does Junie backtrack after checking all this? Because Junie has to be thinking, I left behind all of, Green Brinstar.
It's hard with full item rant because, like, on the one hand, if you want to be thorough and just like check everything as you go by, like, you're just gonna make a lot of you're gonna have a lot of time losses just from like not finding everything. But at the same time, when you start like skipping sections, and then you get to a point like this where you're hunting for something still, it's like, do I just keep going around the areas I'm at? Do I go back to like some of that stuff I skipped? It's tough.
So unfortunately for Osse, he ended up finding this this way into, which I guess kind of makes sense. Like he was banking on having the proper, I guess the more convenient entrance into Meridia. Because it was either this or wreck ship, and I don't think Osse wanted to get baited into like checking all of wreck ship. Plus, it would be a little bit. It could bait him into checking like everything, and you know, for all Osse knows, he might still not find it everything. But again, Osse knows what to do. So this isn't impossible. It's just going to be a little bit slower, it's all. I feel like Junie's getting farther and farther away from the Brinstar checks. Oh, really good first try right there on the grapple jumping. Okay, let's see what happens. I mean, maybe that low health? Wait. Oh my gosh, this is really, really strange for Junie because Osse's just blazing right now, though. This is actually really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure like what Junie wanted to do, but trying to go through the heated rooms from the way that door let him in there just like was not gonna work. So, well, I mean, he could take the refill here and go back, but I don't know how close he is to Green Brain from here. So maybe, yeah, looks like he's just gonna go back. I kind of thought about it.
Yeah, Osse's just incredibly close to the to his third boss, and honestly, like in a much better position. Unfortunately, Junie's probably gonna chase the hell runs, and this is gonna
Yeah, we know there's space jump here. I think that was pretty much it, right? Obviously not various suits, so I mean, yeah,
charge as well
for Junie. Yeah, at the Croc escape.
All right. Well, here's hoping a really good fight for Osse. It's gonna be real cool to show this off, though. RBO Dragon.
Good microwave, one and done. Doesn't care about the item. Knows it's not going to be. I guess it could be speed. That'd be helpful, but you know the odds of that are pretty low.
Here we go, the X-ray climb.
So what he wants to do is when he loads up the next room, he wants to be standing in the door. I think he's actually too far into the door, like in Dragon's room, and that's not letting him stand up when he loads into the Precious room. Like, I think you're not supposed to actually back up as far as possible.
Oh, I didn't know that, actually. It wasn't a height thing either?
I think that can be part of it too, depending on where you, like, you know, you try to hit the transition, either like in the middle of the door or like higher or lower. I'm pretty sure it's how deep he is when he's trying to do this right now.
Yeah, this is it. It's like Osse.
That one might be good. Yeah. No.
Oh, there
okay,
it is.
that looks good. Yeah. So he's only doing the climbing from right to left, so he doesn't push himself out of the wall. But once you get to the point where he's at now, I think you can just keep like go left to right, and you won't get pushed out. So it becomes a lot faster. You can see he's rising much quicker than when he first started.
Yeah, so nice job, Osse, being able to get that. Doing a little X-rave. And sadly, Joonie, yeah, still on that hunt. He's probably gonna find the lower Norfair entrance. And then maybe check Croc as well.
I gotta say, I have a Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga song playing right now, and it's going so well with these X-ray climbs. Like the BPM's like perfect for this. So thank you, Osse. That was great.
Yeah, I see. That's what X-raving does. You get the cat jam. Also, nice job. Made it out. And what's great is that Osse, knowing this, taking the aqueduct way out is actually going to take him over direct ship.
Yeah, he should know that, right? Because he came from the other way already, with the other doors he's seen. So yeah, that even though it was kind of slower for him to get there from the door he took, it'll be really quick to get over to Phantoon now. Like kind of evened out.
I think it's kind of interesting how if you get a suit you're definitely influenced to check the the areas that they open up. It definitely, that's what happened with Osse pushing for Norfair and Lower Norfair, of course, and then Junie as well ended up because of the items that he found at Rex ship. Like that speed booster must have been big.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. Like sometimes you feel like the items that you're being given are supposed to be like guiding you in a certain direction, right? And sometimes that's true, sometimes it's not. Sometimes like if you're playing like a slowest seed, like slowest progression speed on Varia, that might be like exactly what's happening. But at the same time, it's also just like random, and it could just not be in the places where it seems to be pointing you. But that's what makes it fun. It's just unpredictable like that.
Yeah, Osse's just not gonna bother to check all this because doesn't need to. We'll have to play perhaps maybe a safer Torian because the enemies still do a lot of damage. Mario Suit doesn't offer the protection that Gravity does. So Mother Brain will hit a little harder. Same with the draining from the Metroids. But Osse is just I like the I like Osse's tracker right now. Cause it's just about like bare bones almost. I'll go more for Junie. And Junie will find charge actually coming out of this right now.
Look at that. Yeah, he's at 35.65, so charge coming up. Thanks, full item randomizer.
It's not going to be too difficult for Osse to deduce where Torian is because he knows it's going to be up in Criteria, so that's the only place he really needs to check. And honestly, like he just hasn't explored the left side of the landing site. So yeah, that's not where he wants to go. That already gives him the idea. But yeah, see, this is that's the thing with the full item randomizations. Anything can be pretty much anywhere, and it's kind of like the scariest thing about picking that mode. But I feel like it's a good equalizer, so especially if you know that your opponent might have like some speed on you.
Yeah, like if you want to slow down your opponent a lot, you just think they're a lot faster than you. This is definitely a good mode for it, and you just want to hope that they do what Junie's doing right now, essentially. I kind of like to call it going on a world tour. just like checking every single location pretty much to find like one thing.
How do you feel about 100% sloaters?
I don't like it.
Now, how do you
It's
feel about
not.
100% a randomizer?
I like it even less because it takes longer.
Artie was what? It was Edicune, right? Edicune.
It was charge beam.
Oh, it was Charge Beam. Oh my gosh, I really hope she doesn't like the last location. Just about like there's still that'd be it, right? Depending on the entrance, of course, but
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't touched a thing in pink or green Brinstar, so I mean, it wouldn't be a last location for him, but like it would feel like one, you know.
it would. Because I think of all the locations left for Junie, I guess within logic, obviously, not talking about Lower Norfair is Shaktools, and obviously like all green and pink, and I think X-ray, right? Or did he check that? I can't remember that.
I don't think anyone's been X-ray, but I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, man, there's still proc. Also, legit, this is gonna be such a strong time for Aussie. Like really, really good because sub-houring like something that's like a full item rando because of the hex show that it can put you through.
Okay, so with Aussie taking that save, that's gonna put him in a very good spot. I mean, even if he dies a few times, he's still gonna have quite the edge on Junie. Not that I think he'll die. I think he'll be fine, but you never know. When you're missing a suit, sometimes mistakes happen.
Yeah, just because it's built different. So she will hit hard if you don't have gravity. Now, I would think that maybe Aussie feels ahead after taking that save because he's not playing it risky.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't know how easy it was to get gravity, and there was a lot of stuff that he didn't see. I mean, suitless Iridia could have even been a thing.
Mhm.
I mean, in his mind, there's a lot of places where gravity could have been. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he feels like pretty ahead here. I think the save like kind of says he does, think he is ahead. But
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's I mean, Aussie did an incredible job here. It's really unfortunate that Junie, I don't think he's gonna be finding Varia before Aussie finds or excuse me, before Aussie completes the speed. It will depend on where Junie ends up in Brinstar. The Brinstar check is such a huge power move, though. But yeah, nothing. Yeah, Croc didn't pay off. I'm not a fan of Croc. Sorry, Cheaty. Shout out to Cheaty for tracking. But I can't. I can never stand by Croc. Were you tracking at all? Like the areas, soldiers, or not?
No, I'd try. I thought it's light area rando. What do I need that thing for? I'll remember. And then I didn't remember any of it.
Yeah, I pretty much had the same sentiment because I was like, it's enough, but still keeping an eye on 2 runners is.
I think Osse. Okay, yeah, with that speed booster, that should be like the mid 58. So that's like you said, that's a very good time for these kind of settings. I mean, even before you start mixing around the areas, like full item randos can take a while by themselves. Doing it gravity-less, nonetheless, that's pretty good.
So that team, Shaktools digging game, doing a good job putting the reverse sweep once again, just like in the previous round. They don't go down without a fight, and they actually prevail. So they've been playing like super strong.
And Osse has finished the official SRL time, 57 minutes and 19 seconds. GG. Osse, congrats. Shaktools digging game. We're moving on to the semifinals now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only 4.
Now.
Yeah, so yeah, congrats to Shaktools digging game. And of course, GG to Joonie, who was forfeited from the race. His team, the Golden Shower, will be knocked out of the playoffs, but they had one heck of a run. They're a fantastic team, of course. Yeah.
Yep, they can hit the showers now, right, Sloters? The golden showers.
That's right.
They did a good job. I mean, again, just making it to where they made it, and going up against Team Shaktools digging game, like really strong opponents. They held it down, and each one did their thing. I hope that they had fun. Really can't wait to hear input from both runners, though. See what they say. By the way, Osse joining us. Welcome in, Osse. Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Just let you know that I did have fun. Let's see.
Yeah, this one. I mean, that's awesome that with the commitment over to Suitless Meridian and everything. The items that you found being the right area. Like at first, I thought what was kind of cool is that both areas that you both went to ended up like neither like first decision, either like Joonie going to wreck ship and you going over to to Norfair, you know, because you or Brinstar because you followed the suit that you found. And then going to Norfair and Lower Norfair, like all of that ended up having some pretty good items on both sides. You ended up finding Charge and Space Jump. Eventually, Junie did, but that's when Junie ended up making it over to the Norfair side. Junie found Speed and what else was it? Spring Ball, Bombs. Yeah, there was like nothing that Junie did not find a high jump because that was at Lower Norfair, but the entrance that you ended up finding worked out for you, and just honestly, yeah, like everything was just super good routing from your end, Aussie.
Yeah, it seemed like there was like complete divergence. That Brinstar versus Wreck Ship. Varia probably the stronger suit, so that helped me. And then I also happened to get exactly what I needed for suitless Meridia.
Yeah, by the time you hit Torian, did you feel ahead maybe? Like, was there just that small thought that, you know, super comfortable with the decisions that you made and that it was enough to secure you the win? Or did you still have like a little bit of doubt just because you didn't find Gravity?
Yeah, like as you say, Gravity could have been anywhere, and Junie could have got it. It would have saved a lot of time. But if he followed my route, then I think I was in a strong position.
Also, joining us in here as well, Junie. Good game. Bad seed. Well, it was all right. It was just the decisions which we all kind of like felt it would come down to, because it was full item randomization. You had to come out and play the game that you had to, knowing that you're up against Aussie. But yeah, again, good game. Junie?
Oh, sorry, my mic was off.
Oh, you good.
So yeah, GG first of all, and yeah, so I saw green Bryn, and then checked the other side and found Wreck Ship, and I was like, you know, I'm playing against Aussie, I got to take a risk, and this is where I have to take it. So I'm just gonna go the Wreck Ship route. I can take this all the way around to Meridia, if it works out, and kind of take that pathway, knowing that I would be leaving behind Green Bryn like way in the past if I chose that pathway. And then I found Gravity. I was like, oh wow, this might be good. This might be the good way to go. And then the rest of the way I was just hoping to run into that Varia through, somewhere in Meridia or Norfair, but it turns out it was all the way back in Green Bryn. So unfortunately, the risk didn't pay off.
You came close, and it was a good risk.
I was about to go into Suitless Lower Norfair, though. I'm a little sad. I wish you had taken just 10 more minutes. Let me go through and enjoy some heat.
Yeah, Aussie did exceptional with that suitless Meridia.
I'm sure Aussie does everything exceptionally well.
Yeah, really good rando runner. Got to show off the X-ray climb. Quick maneuvering through suitless Meridia. It was definitely a delight to see. I don't think like the biggest concern was having to find that second suit that both of you were missing, and that divergence at the very beginning is kind of what played a big role in all that.
Yeah, I mean, I know if I take the same route that Aussie takes, I lose 100% of the time. So just had to try something. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
So
Yeah,
I want to know. Sorry, Sephi. I want to know.
No, sorry.
I missed the chat in IRC. So how did you guys? Who like picked what settings, and what was kind of the thought process behind what you guys were picking?
So I start off with the light area. I like area, and I also wanted area to maybe make it confusing for Junie. I don't know how well he does with area.
I like area. Area is what I don't know if I want to say it's one of my strong suits, but I'm very familiar with it. I'm not as familiar with light area, but I have done a few of them, and I knew how to like get around the map. But I think light area was a good option against me because I am less familiar with that type of area rando, and I do tend to get lost. So I think that was good. And then I chose the full rando item distribution. My whole thing playing against Osse is I needed to introduce as much randomness as possible into the seed so that like there's as much luck as possible racing against him. And I could have done the random start location with it too, but I just felt like that would confuse me too much to make up for the luck advantage. So
Right.
so starting at the ship but with a full rando just seemed like the way to go.
Like full rando. It seems like that's the role of it, to just add extra randomness.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like playing full rando. It's kind of similar to SMZ3. So I really liked my my start in the seed with the Brinstar first. Got to run through it just like SMZ3 seed.
It was an interesting seed. The way that it branched off the way it did is cute. It was a cute seed.
Yeah, like strong early branching to each suit. And then
Yeah.
bosses. I prefer not having bosses shuffled. Pretty much it.
Yeah, I feel that it kind of adds another step to it. Sometimes kind of complicates it. So I definitely feel keeping it vanilla when I have the choice.
Is that your favorite flavor as well, Sloters?
Oh yeah, I love vanilla stuff.
It's so good.
Actually, is. Yeah, I mean, I also mentioned before you joined us, Junie, that hope that everyone's like been having fun, like the people that got to participate. Had a fun seed and also had a fun time. At least representing for Team Hours, everyone like Toasty and MM2 and yourself. Like, it's unfortunate that you had to get eliminated, but that's just that's tourneys.
Yeah, and I mean we made it to quarterfinals. I mean, what more could we really ask for? It has been fun, and this is basically I just play randos all day, every day. I don't really play the vanilla game much at all. I don't really do categories, so this tournament in particular, the Rando League, is it's just super fun. So I love this. I love that this exists and that I can be a part of it.
Yeah, Osse was expressing that he's been having fun. See, he found the seed one as well. So, yeah, Osse, congrats on advancing. It's huge. On to semis. How does that feel too?
Feels like we're playing it dangerous with these early losses into reverse sweeps. Maybe we can like fix that in the next round.
I mean, it's great content though, so at least you guys have that going for you.
True. Yeah, just that whole edging for content there is just a good play. And again, I think it speaks to your abilities, like as a team, to just bring it back. Like there's a reason why you've made it this far. You know, like it gets tough in the beginning, but when you have like control of the playing field, I guess, in a way, making choosing the modes and all of that, and the adapting to what you end up playing, has been serving you all quite well. So that's legit. I don't know. That's cool. Well merited. But yeah, I don't know if either of you two have any closing thoughts, anything else you want to share.
Nah, I've said everything I want to say. I was saying before the race even started, this is like a grade A commentary team. I was saying before we even started, I want to watch this back just for the commentary. So I'm glad that you guys did it. You two are the best. I love this whole community. It's great.
Shout out to Junie for saying those words that definitely are all for Sloaters. Definitely love you too, Junie.
Seffi not only carried our team in Rando League this season, but he's been carrying commentary this season for everyone too. So it's a pleasure for me to be able to do some with him. I haven't been doing a lot of comms lately, but it's hard to pass up with this guy. So
hey, I hope that we get to do more, but I know you're busy and you're a huge Persona fan and like that's all you think about. So again, I hope we get to do more. That'd be cool. But yeah, Junie, shout out to you. Thank you for the great display and everything that you represent, Golden Shower wise and the like. Osse, incredible job. Obviously no stranger to like finals and semifinal and all of that. Ever since I guess the Prodigy tournament was your first venture. Obviously, like you had some SMZ3 stuff, but still.
Yeah, probably had SMZ3 before that.
But yeah, just keep it up. Follow the runners. I think I saw Cheaty plug them in earlier, but still, just we want to say a lot of content. Big randomizer buffs, and follow Sloaters. He has a obviously you can hear him. He has a good chill voice. Shout out to Cheaty as well, the fourth member of Team Good Boys. Well, Dead Boys now, but still. And yeah, you want to close this out, Sloaters? I talk a lot.
Absolutely. Well, Seffi, thank you for joining me again. That was a lot of fun. And Osse and Junie, GGs to both of you. Thanks for putting on such a great race for us. But that is it for round 2. I don't believe there's anything else on the schedule for the semifinals, but we should be getting some of those soon. So keep an eye on that schedule. Follow the runners. They're both great Super Metroid randomizer runners and Link to the Past runners and SMZ3 runners and all that stuff. So yeah, thank you everyone. Appreciate it. Keep an eye on that schedule, and we will see you next time.